What is going on? You're listening to episode 225 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, on this NPC Mini. That music you just heard is from On Being Human. You can check them out on Spotify and YouTube. Remember, this is an unofficial Nintendo podcast. And if you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, head on over to audibletrial.com/NPC. Pick up something awesome like Blood, Sweat, and Pixels or Ready Player One. So many good books. So many good books to choose from. That's audibletrial.com/NPC. The chair I'm sitting in is from OPC. Go to n64josh.com/OPC. Automatically save $10 at checkout and go check out the new designs. They look clean. They look so good. So good. That's n64josh.com/OPC. Lastly, guys, I am starting a new venture and I'm going to be doing some like social media consulting, things like that. So if you or somebody you know, maybe the company you work for or anything like that wants to have maybe they want to generate more leads on social media, they just want to have a better social media presence, you could have them email me, info@n64josh.com, or hit me up on Twitter. This is something that I'm super passionate about, and so it's something that's going to be happening, and we'll talk about the next part in the announcements because it's all kind of tied together.
Hey, listen.
Okay, so this Saturday at 11, speaking of social media, things like that, at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/n64josh, I'm going to be doing a kind of how to grow your YouTube channel, your Twitch channel, how to grow online through social, through other things, kind of talk about my workflow, and then do a Q&A with any of you guys. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, or maybe you've been podcasting a while and you're like, how can I take some things to the next level? Show up at that chat, and hopefully we'll get some good answers for you guys. If you can't make it, don't worry. I'm going to record the whole thing. It will be up on YouTube after the fact. And I want to do this on a regular basis because I feel like we're stronger together, right? And if there's anything I can do to help you guys not make mistakes I've made, if you're getting into content creation or thinking about getting into it, I want to be able to help you. All right? So twitch.tv/n64josh, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. On this Saturday. Okay, hopefully you can make it out. It should be good. And with that, we're gonna jump on over to the news. Okay, well, not much news this week. It's kind of a slow week for Nintendo stuff, unfortunately. But I've dug up a few little things here that we can talk about. I only kid. The Switch Lite is coming September 20th for $199.99. And I figured, you know what? Let's open up an article and see what the difference is between the current Switch and the Switch Lite. Okay, so if you're watching, you're gonna actually see. We're gonna showcase, a little bit of what this thing looks like. So here we go. Chat is asking how many Switch Lites does Josh buy? It's a good question. Depends how many of my kids are interested in them. So, and what special editions come out. Oh, blast you, Nintendo. You're going to get me. I just know it. So we got three different colors. We've got turquoise, gray, and yellow. Okay. It's going to be a little bit smaller, but let's talk about it here. So the Switch Lite, you're not going to have, the Joy-Cons are not going to be removable. It does have a D-pad, which Nintendo has said they are not going to put on a Joy-Con that attaches to the original Switch. It's not happening. They've already said that. So kind of interesting, but that is the case. You've got your your audio jack. If you're watching, you can kind of see some of the pictures that we're looking at right now. Your audio jack, your game card slot, your volume buttons, and your power button, all on the top. Okay, pretty much the same layout, a little bit smaller screen, and it does come with the D-pad. And people in chat are saying, looking at these things side by side, it does make it. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not quite going to be pocket size, but it's close. It's close. It'll be interesting. You have to have some big pockets or maybe a fanny pack. But if you're listening to the Smash Bros soundtrack with your fanny pack, I mean, it may be a good option. I wonder if anybody's actually listened to that soundtrack. I'm not sure. So a couple of things. Gameplay modes. Okay, obviously original Switch you can switch between TV, tabletop, and handheld. This is going to be handheld only. And I've seen some people talk about like, well, it's not even a Switch then. Like, look, Nintendo knows their audience. They know how people love handheld gaming. They know that people are going to buy this cheaper system for their kids, right? It's going to be for people that maybe have only been playing the 3DS and they haven't made the Switch yet. And this is going to be their year because Pokemon, Animal Crossing early next year, and Luigi's Mansion, right? There's a handful of games. And so you just have to keep in mind that this isn't going to be for everybody. It's not. It's not going to be for everybody. But there's going to be a market here. The Nintendo stock hit its highest point in 9 months after the announcement of the Switch Lite. And I talked about it in a vlog yesterday, but I'm fairly certain that the profit margins on the Switch Lite versus the original Switch are probably pretty good. They're probably pretty good, maybe a little better, because you are lacking some things. So let's talk about that. It is worth noting that this is what it says in the article here, that the Nintendo Switch Lite does not feature HD Rumble or an IR motion camera. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's one thing worth noting as well. And it's kind of a bummer, but I can see going for strictly handheld. They're going to probably try to keep the battery life as long as they can, and it does last a little bit longer depending on the games you're playing. So Chad is asking, does it still have a regular rumble then? I would guess not. The only rumble we've seen in a Nintendo handheld, I believe, is the DS. And there's actually, I have the pack. There's it looks like the cover that would go over does it look like the cover? It may look like the Game Boy Advance game actually. I have it in my collection here. It put Rumble into your DS. I think that's the only time we've seen that. And I think to keep battery life as strong as possible, my guess is that we will not be seeing any Rumble whatsoever in this device. So, I think the HD Rumble is really cool, but again, like, keeps the cost down, keeps the battery life up. There you go. Okay, let's talk about compatible games here. It says standard Nintendo Switch is, of course, compatible with all the games they've released for it. Of course, that goes without say. For games that do not support handheld mode, players can wirelessly connect compatible controllers to the Switch Lite and effectively create a makeshift tabletop setup, because that's what's happening here. There's no kickstand on the Switch Lite, so you're gonna have to lean it up against something or whatever. So you want to play a game like Mario Party? Guess what? You're not gonna be playing that in handheld. You're gonna have to prop that thing up, get some Joy-Cons, connect it to the Switch Lite, and play that way. And with that screen being even smaller, I just don't know that that's going to be something that a lot of people are doing. Maybe, but I'm not sure. So, chat is saying, I'm sure that cases with kickstands will be on Amazon the week after launch. Probably. So there you go. Okay, so what does it come with? This is what's in the box. You guys are seeing, if you're watching this on YouTube or live right now, the Nintendo Switch Lite does not include a dock, HDMI cable, or kickstand like the original model. Instead, the box will simply contain a console and an AC adapter. That's it. It's like buying a 3DS. That's really what it's like. So, weight, screen size, battery life, storage. Okay, it's gonna be a little lighter. Obviously, it's smaller. The Switch right now, the screen size is 6.2 inches. The Switch Lite is going to be 5.5 inches. Both 720p, both touchscreens. Battery life, 2.5 to 6.5 hours on the original Switch. The Switch Lite, 3 to 7 hours. This is going to be dependent upon the game, right? If you're playing Legend of Zelda, you're playing stuff that's like pretty graphically intense, your battery's going to run down much quicker. They are both going to have 32 gigs of storage. I mean, this is essentially the same system, just shrunk down and without removable Joy-Cons. This is what we're getting. We're not seeing any kind of updates, anything like that. Nintendo has gone on record saying that there will be no new pieces of hardware for this holiday. So if we are going to be getting a Switch Pro, that's probably going to be saved till next year. And I could see that being the case. Like my thought, what I'm kind of like speculating is that you've got the Switch Lite coming out at $199. You've got the regular Switch at $299, and that's going to be up through, that'll get us through the holiday season, get us up to E3, and then hit E3. Maybe they do a Switch Pro, or shortly after E3, they may just do software again like they did this year. Maybe we see a Switch Pro coming out that is at that $299 price point because the technology is going to get cheaper to make, but they can also update everything. Then maybe the original Switch drops down to like a $250 or maybe even $199, probably $250 would be my guess. And the Switch Lite drops down to $150. And I think at $150, it's still going to be a profitable system is my guess. Again, it's pure speculation. But that gets it down to that 2DS, the 2DS XL price point, which I think is good. I've seen a lot of people say that they wish they wish that the price point was around like that $179 or that $149.99. That $199 seems a little bit steep, but I mean, that's the price of the new 3DS XL right now. So that system sold like crazy. Now you're talking about an HD system with a pretty massive library already. And I think maybe somebody in chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Nintendo just put out a video showcasing like almost 3,000 games on the Switch between the eShop and, well, I mean, it would all be the eShop, obviously. But that's a lot. That's a lot of software. That's crazy. I think that's the number I saw floating around through a tweet. I don't have anything in front of me right now. Maybe somebody in chat can confirm. But they did a commercial recently saying that there's something for everybody, right? And it was a very large number of games available. And I mean, honestly, close to 3,000 doesn't seem that crazy if we think about how many games we see each week on the download list. Like it's pretty crazy. So we've already kind of talked about it. The colors and styles. We've got the turquoise, the gray, and the yellow. And then of course on the 8th, I'm going to switch on over to this if you guys can see it. On the 8th of November, we will be seeing the Pokemon Sword and Shield Switch, which is gray and has blue and maroon colored buttons. So okay, Delbonic from chat says it was over 2,400 games and the counter in the commercial keeps counting. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's a lot. That's a lot of games. So jumping into a system, $199. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is a little bit high. Delmonic in chat saying, hey, at $150, that's an easy impulse buy in my opinion. And it is, but I think what they're doing is they're just leaving that padding so that they can get it down to $150, and then that's again, it's kind of like it's just kind of like one of those marketing things, like, oh, price cut. That's the middle of the year, not during the holiday, things like that. They're going to start. They'll move more systems then. The other thing that I talked about in my vlog yesterday is that I'm kind of foreseeing if I am in fact correct that the profit margins are better with the Switch Lite versus the original Switch, I am guessing we're going to see more limited edition Switch Lites than we are actual like the full on Switch. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of my guess. And the reason being is Pokemon here chat saying no. I mean, I like collecting these. I mean, look, I got the Smash Switch, right? I have the box behind me of the Mario Kart Switch, although it's just the cardboard. Like there was nothing special about it. You had the Odyssey Switch, of course, which was super cool. But I could see that being the case. Now, maybe we'll still see a couple, but I am anticipating that Animal Crossing is going to get a Switch Lite. more so than the full-on Switch. And who knows? Maybe I'm totally wrong, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna double down on this thing, and we're gonna do special editions of both of them, and then people are really gonna, like, the collectors are really gonna be opening their wallets for that, right? To have to get the Lite and the regular one, dropping that $500 to get two of the collector's editions. You know, I you know, who knows? But I can definitely see why they would do the Pokemon Switch in the Lite, because everybody there's a lot of people that are just used to playing strictly handheld with Pokemon, and some are going to be right back to it. Like, nothing's going to change. That's the way their preferred way to play is going to be handheld, and so the Lite might be the way to go. So I would love to hear from you guys on this thing too. Like, tweet at me, maybe leave a comment on the show notes or on this YouTube video. Like, what are your thoughts on the Lite? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's you know, maybe not for you, but good, you know, overall business decision for Nintendo? I would just love to hear your guys' thoughts. So again, tweet at me, leave something in the comments, and that'd be great. So moving right along here, Doug Bowser says that Nintendo will continue to support the 3DS until the demand is no longer there. Right? Is no longer there. And real quick, just backing up, Delmonic says, I think it's fine, not for me, but I understand who they are targeting. Good business move for sure. So there you go. So the 3DS, it's not like, this thing is still there's still software selling on the regular, right? We definitely saw a decline in 3DS sales and 2DS sales this last holiday compared to the holiday before. But there's still so much great software on this thing that it is still moving software. And you could see their marketing shift, right? They shifted from talking about the system all that much to just talking about to just kind of focusing on the games that are there. And there are some stellar titles on the 3DS, 2DS, like that are worth picking up. So and this is his exact quote. He was interviewed by The Verge. He said, we'll continue to support the 3DS family of systems as long as there is demand. Right? Makes sense. He goes on to say, our 3DS business continues to do quite well. Retailers continue to support both the hardware and the software. And as long as there's consumer demand for 3DS, we will continue to support it. In fact, we believe it is a great entry point for young gamers. A 2DS at $79 with a game included is a great value proposition for a young gamer coming into the Nintendo ecosystem. And that is good. So it goes on to say here that in a separate interview with the team from Game Explained during E3, Nintendo's Bill Trinen said the 3DS was still an important device for the company, right? So they've got a massive install base of the system. They're just going to keep moving the software. It makes sense. The other thing that right now, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it up, but I believe, let me see, I might be able to get to it real quick here. I believe the system is on sale right now. We'll check and see. As I was searching for the deals this week, I saw they were showcasing the 3DS, 2DS was on sale. So let's see here if I can. I probably won't be able to find the link now that I'm trying to, but. From my understanding, there may be, like, we got Amazon Prime Day coming up, right? And you've got a few different companies competing. I saw GameStop was going to be competing, and you know, so I'm not seeing anything on their site as of right now, but I thought I just did. You know how it is. Sometimes you click, you're trying to find what you're looking for. You can't get back to it. So. Here it is. This might be it. Yeah, here we go. So at Target, sales and deals for a limited time, $20 off select Nintendo 2DS XL systems. So there it is. It is at Target, and you've got this. It says offer valid 7/7 to 7/13 on Nintendo DS XL, new Nintendo DS XL. Oh, they forgot the 2 there. That's interesting that they forgot there. That they did it twice. That's wild. So it's the orange and white and the black and turquoise, and it doesn't show if it has a game or anything with it. We can check Target.com right now and see what they're showing. So yeah, it is the Mario Kart 7 orange and white. So you get it for $129.99, or the orange and white, or the turquoise and black. So but you may have to just order it. I don't know. It looks like all the stores near me are currently out of stock. So chat is saying they think I need another one. I do not. I have enough 2DSs, 3DSs in the house. That is for sure. So, okay, lastly, I want to just touch on real quick before we wrap this thing up is the download for the 11th, because there's a ton of games. We're not going to go through all of them because that just takes too long and it's kind of boring, but there is a few games worth noting that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. So I'm at nintendolife.com. We're seeing God Eater 3 on the screen right now. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is coming out Friday the 12th. You got God Eater 3 coming out Friday the 12th tomorrow, or if you're listening to this tomorrow, today. And Let's Sing 2019 is going to be coming out the 16th. And Sivariar, I'm not even sure if I said that right, Delta, not quite sure what that game is about. That is out today. And so I believe these are your Nintendo Switch retail games. And then you've got, of course, for mobile, you got Dr. Mario is out now if you want to check it out. So I've only tried the single player a little bit. I didn't really love it, and we're gonna talk about it more on the next episode. I want to spend a little more time with it. Yeah, some people seem to kind of like it, and they seem to like the multiplayer apparently. So I haven't messed with it much, but apparently some people are enjoying the multiplayer aspect of it. So looking at the rest of the download, there is obviously a lot of games here. If you want to check it out, you can head on over to n64josh.com/npc225, and you will be able to get the link to the download and all the show notes there. So there you go. Well, hey, let's wrap this thing up, shall we? All right. Well, guys, if you would like to follow me on Twitch or Twitter, Instagram, all the places, it's at N64Josh. If you would like to follow this show on Twitter, it's at NPowercast. The show notes, like I said, n64josh.com/npc225. You want to email the show, npc@n64josh.com. Remember, if you want to get yourself a free book from Audible, head on over to audibletrial.com/npc. If you want to pick up another castle on Audible, n64josh.com/audible. The chair I'm sitting in from OP Seat, go to n64josh.com/OP Seat. Automatically save $10 at checkout. Worth noting, Focus on Me Play is saying there is a demo of Dragon Quest Builders 2, so you can do that if you would like to check it out. Okay, so patreon.com/n64josh. Guys, I'm doing the podcast, the extra podcast is going to be looking at different pop culture things, maybe some movie reviews, maybe different games, maybe if I'm playing a little bit on the Xbox, things like that. Like, it'll be like everything but Nintendo for the most part. So if you guys want to check that out, that exclusive show is available, patreon.com/n64josh for just $1. Of course, if you want to get some merchandise, t-shirts, things like that, n64josh.com/store, and we have a Nothing But Death t-shirt coming very soon. I'll probably design it this weekend for all the times I've died in Super Mario Maker 2. So Nothing But Death, it's kind of a play on words with Nothing But Net, and so that should be available this weekend. I've had a few different people say that they can't wait to get this shirt, so yeah, coming soon. If you want to join the Discord, n64josh.com/discord. We got lots of good people. We are playing tons of Mario Maker, tons of it, guys. We're having so much fun. My YouTube channel is loaded with Super Mario Maker content right now. I'm featuring your levels. Okay, if you wanna get in on it, come and hang out at the Twitch stream, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We're looking at levels, we're playing levels together, we're speed running levels together. Everybody's trying to break the world records, things like that. It's really a lot of fun. The streams have been a blast. So come hang out. And then I can blame you guys for my deaths, like chat's saying right now that I blame the chat for it, all my deaths. I mean, that's totally it. I'm reading chat. That's why I die, of course. We have the Facebook group, n64josh.com/Facebook group. Come hang out with us. We'd love to hang out with you there. Of course, there's a subreddit as well, n64josh.com/r. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you so very much. Come out Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/n64josh for some content creation tips. Bye now.